Hi, it's Dr. Steve from Misericordia University, and welcome to Preparing to Use a Green Screen in the Classroom. Let's begin with a little background. What is a green screen? When we talk about using a green screen, we're actually talking about a visual technique known as chroma key compositing. And this means that we're going to layer two different images, or they could be videos, together, and we're going to mask one out based on a specific color. And normally that color is green, although it can also be blue. In this technique, the green color is then made transparent, and that allows the foreground, be like myself as the teacher, the speaker, to seem like I'm in that background, and we fit one right over the top of the other. Again, most people normally experience the green screen without even realizing it through television weather forecasters. To perform the chroma key technique, we would have two video feeds. One, in this case, the background, which would be the weather map, and the second video feed is the weather person. Now, just like in Word or PowerPoint, if you ever set a transparent background, we would get rid of the rest of the background on the person, so the person blends in with the background. Now, in reality, the person is standing in front of a plain green screen, and that background video feed is then replaced with this other image. If you're wondering why the green screen, well, typically green and blue are commonly used because they're so different from any human skin tones. The person cannot be wearing green because if they duplicate that green or blue color that's used as the backing, then they'll start to disappear into the background. So remember, don't wear green with a green screen, or you can wear it if you wanted to produce a particular effect, like Harry Potter and the Cloak of Invisibility, or the famous old sci-fi character, the Invisible Man. To use a green screen within your classroom, you certainly need to have a green screen and also a camera, some device that is capable of shooting and working with video, such as a phone or a tablet device. And finally, you also need to have a green screen app. Here are two apps that I can recommend. A Green Screen by Doink is a great, easy-to-use, powerful app for iOS. And also ChromaVid is the same if you're working on Android. Both are low-cost apps. I am now going to use the Doink green screen app with my green screen to create a photo. So let me open the app. I'm going to start a new project by hitting the plus sign in the upper right-hand side. Create a new project. And now I'm going to start with a background. I'm going to start with an image. So on the top, I'm going to click into image as opposed to video. I'm going to hit the plus sign on the bottom, and I'm going to go in for a photo for a background. And I'm going to do a weather map. Again, this will be an image, so I'm not worried about the video aspect of it. Now, at this point, I can resize by just pinching and moving. And I'll get that just the way I want it. Okay, just a little more. That looks good. I'm happy with that. I'm now going to go to the next layer, the uppermost layer now. The second layer will be the highest. I'm going to go back to Photos, and I have a picture of me in front of a green screen. So there I am, and I can reposition myself, and you'll see a little bit of the outline of the green screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, while highlighting, all that layer is highlighted, I'm going to click so there's me in front of the green screen. I'm going to do the cropping tool and move that closer to myself. I can see my lighting isn't perfect here, so that may give us a little variation in terms of the quality of the whole overall product. Now, one more thing I can do, I can play with the sensitivity of this. So I'm going to hit next to the cropping tool is the circle with the colors. I'm going to make sure that the green screen is enabled. And if the color is off a little bit, I can adjust it. I can also play with the sensitivity of it. I don't want to get so sensitive that I start to disappear. I'm going to hit done, and I can always change it around. That looks pretty good. Okay, looks good. When I'm done, I'm going to say capture image on the top. It says it's ready, and now I can do a save. This time, I'm going to create a new project, and I'm going to try the masking feature. So I'm going to start with my background layer, and I downloaded a photo of some astronauts. I can take my time to reposition this, place this as I would like. Fold it up a little more. Maybe I'll do it that way. And then I'm going to add a second layer. This time I took a second photo of myself. I tried to make the lighting a little more equal. So here I am. You can see you're not seeing any green around me. I played with the lighting, try to make it a little more even and equal. And now what I'm going to do is, while I'm highlighted on my picture, I'm going to click the mask in the lower right. So there I am. Notice that the lighting is much better. I'm going to choose a square. So I'm going to select my face, and now I'm going to hit the reverse image in the lower right. So now I'm going to see my face and not the rest of that picture. I'll say done, and now I can go ahead and reposition my face here, and I can send myself to the moon, as it were. I'm going to say this is an image, and I can say capture the image, and now I can save it. Now I'm going to open up the green screen app by doing one more time. I'm going to create one more project, and this time I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to start with my background layer. So for my background layer, I'm going to choose Photos. Again, I'm on my iPad, so I'm in the Photos area. I'm going to say Done. Now this time it's going to be video, so let me reposition this. And then I'm going to have to take a look at the amount of time, the length of this background. I'll do that in a moment. Next, I'm going to move to the second layer, the highest layer at this point, and I'm going to add another video. And this is going to be a video of me in front of the green screen. Now, when I look at the project, now first of all, I can say done at this point because I've imported it. Notice on the bottom, there I am, and notice that I'm going out to about 15 seconds. And by default, the image, I'm going to highlight the image, has only gone to about 5 seconds. So if I want that image to go longer, I'm going to have to click on that red handle and do ink, and I'm going to have to move it down a little farther. Okay, having done that, now I'm going to go up to, I'll move back here a little bit, I'm going to highlight my video, and as we did before, I am going to make sure that the chroma key is enabled, and then I'm going to play with the sensitivity. I don't want to make it so dark that you see the green screen, but I don't want to make it so light that I start to disappear as well. I'll start there and experiment. Okay, I can see it. Again, if I played with the lighting a little better for my green screen, and second of all, if I take my time to tweak this, I can get it just right. Now at this point, I'm going to back it off, and let's play it. This is something I always wanted to do. Maybe you did too. So there I am being a weather person, and again, if I take my time to tweak the colors and the sensitivities, then it's going to work better. And if you have a light source, as I did, right in front of, right over my green screen, I'm getting unequal lighting. Keep in mind that the app is going to try to match the green, and if there's variations in green, that's why we play with the sensitivity. It may not work as well as we would like. But look how quick and easy this is. I said done, and at this point all I have to do is say export a video. It's going to prepare it, and now it says, do you want to play it to see it, or do you want to save it? At this point, don't forget to say save, because otherwise it's only been compiled and has not actually been stored. For an extra interesting element, let me create another new project, and let me create an animated background that I can use with my students. I'm going to go to the prop library, and I'm going to look for an outer space scene. I can resize this. That looks good. Now for my second layer, my top layer, I'm going to open the prop library again, and this time I'm going to look for a rocket. I'm going to add this fiery rocket. I'm going to use now on the iPad screen 2 fingers to resize and to set the opening position. And then I'm going to use 1 finger on the iPad screen just like that to draw where the animation is going to go. And let me play that back. Now if I use the green screen and add a student in front of this background, now this will be an interactive background. The student could duck when the rocket comes by, or point it out, or do some other interesting things with it, and really feel a part of this scene. In summary, as you can see, it is easy to use a green screen with a green screen app to create photos over a background or video over a background in which you can immerse the subject, your student, into that scene. You can mask a photo to use over a background. You can also create animation to make the background interactive with your student. I hope this short video has given you a good introduction to the world of green screen and has gotten you started to think about how can you use that in your classroom. Now we're going to do more with the green screen in next week's class when we start looking at how we can use this with our students. I look forward to seeing your green screen creations. See you online.